Hi, I'm Mark from L&M Small Engine. Today we're working on a Troy-built riding lawnmower. It's a Pony 42X. They brought it and they said this thing is not running right. And I'll start it up. But this thing is barely running here. The throttle's not working at all. It's acting like it's choking out. So let's say we can't figure this thing out. So hope you enjoy the video. Okay, that's one of them Chinese 547cc engines in it. Probably check out the carb first. Cause sure sounds like it's choking itself to death. And I run the throttle up and down and it don't do nothing. Air filter don't look too terribly bad. It's kind of a weird spot to put that. I'm gonna try taking the intake off. No way I can get to that back 10 millimeter nut back there. It looks like the linkage is all bent up and everything. There. I'm just gonna put a bolt back in here and see what's going on with this linkage here. Is it supposed to be like that bent up or what? There's something going on with this control panel. The choke's staying on. And this gets bound up. Okay. We're gonna have to go look in the manual real quick on this, because when you pull back the throttle and your choke lever is supposed to go forward, but then the choke stays out there. Check this out real quick. Figure out what's going on here. I went and did some checking, and I had a new carburetor on the shelf, and like this carburetor here, it's set for the choke to stay in, and you pull the linkage, and it's supposed to come back to open. And on for the governor rod, the hole was on this side here, and this is a carburetor for a 547cc. It's over here. When it was over in this and here, this bar was rubbing against the block, and on this control assembly, only way for that choke to work the opposite way is this here would have to be on the back side of that there. So I'm going to try this carburetor, because now everything seems to work now. You pull back on the throttle and the choke shuts, and there's no binding. As before, it was binding. I think it was like running wide open with the choke on before with this carburetor I took off there. And I don't know if someone else put this carburetor on here, or that's not the original governor control assembly. I don't know. Everything's lining up better with this carburetor that I took off the shelf, because everything's opposite. Everything seems to be lined up better now. I just got to hook up that governor spring. And we'll hook this back up and try starting it. And if that don't work, I guess I'll be back at square one again. This was in the middle. There's 3 holes here on the governor. This, when I took it off, is in the center one. I never seen nothing so screwed up in my life. These things here are all out of whack there. Okay. Hook this throttle back up. Yeah, put up on choke. The choke is shutting now. Got more tension on that. Less tension on that, and the throttle's open. So we'll take this intake back off and put the air cleaner base back on, and we'll start up. I just don't understand how that all happened, unless somebody was tinkering with it. Be careful here so I don't bend any of the linkages on there and put this gasket back on here. I just don't understand it. Okay. Need to hook up this vent tube. Okay, I got everything back together. This just puzzles me. This is the carburetor that I took off. And see how the choke stays shut. It's a spring loaded that way. Then here's a carburetor that's supposed to be on there. On the top, see on this one that was on there where you put the governor shaft on is here, and this is where it's supposed to go because the governor rod was sitting the block and the choke stays open, spring loaded open. So, and I called the customer. They didn't know nothing about it. So, and the mower, they bought it last spring, but it's like a 2-year-old lawnmower. But they used it last summer, so I don't know if they mowed the whole time with the choke shut like that, or they had someone try fixing it and don't want nobody to know. But I put the carburetor that's supposed to be on there on, and all the linkage and everything just works really good on it. So let's start up and I'll show you how it sounds now. We got the brake on. That sounds so much better. I have no clue what happened to this, but I'm glad we got it fixed for him. So he can go mowing now and it runs decent. But if you have a problem like this, hopefully this will help you out. Anyways, I appreciate you watching. If you like my videos, please press the like button and please subscribe. Anyways, you have a good afternoon.